Good morning, students. I just wanted to take a moment to stop in and welcome you to Unit 2, the Annotated Bibliography. I thought I would just take a few minutes to explain what this next unit is going to look like because it doesn't look like a traditional essay. It's not going to have the basic components of an intro, a body, and a conclusion. If we break down the term annotated bibliography, a bibliography just means a collection of sources, and annotated means to make note. So what's going to happen in Unit 2 is you're going to develop a collection of sources, and then you're going to make notes under each of those citations. Now, what's the focus here? What are we researching towards? That's up to you, actually. The topic of your annotated bibliography, what all of your sources are going to kind of center around, is actually designed to help prepare you for Unit 3, which is our evaluation argument. So your evaluation argument, and we'll get to this momentarily, but the evaluation argument asks you to kind of take a stand on an academic topic. And so while we will get to the point where you'll be able to make that argument and to support that argument with outside sources, first, we have to find those sources. We have to read those sources. We have to understand their arguments and even what we can pull from those sources. And so that's why we're creating an annotated bibliography. Now, an annotated bibliography, it requires some time, particularly in the research and reading part of the writing process. You're going to have to locate 5 sources, 4 of which need to be academic sources located in the academic databases provided for you by Ritter Library. And so I do have some handouts and some things that are going to help you locate those sources on the databases, but let me encourage you to use Academic Search Complete. Opposing Viewpoints in Context is also a great one. What I love about Opposing Viewpoints in Context is that it has a list of over 400 topics that you can choose from, which at first might seem a little bit overwhelming, but the great way that they organize this database is that it's based on like topics. So if you're interested in like environmental issues, social issues, it breaks them down based on the topic, which then makes locating a topic that you're really going to enjoy researching a little bit more manageable. That said, for the annotated bibliography unit, we have a week to complete it, and so you're going to want to start researching essay topics and locating and downloading and starting to read those sources fairly quickly, because by next Sunday, you're going to want to have a list of 5 credible sources, 4 of which are found on an academic database, and 1 additional source that you think is credible and is workable. And you're going to want to have those organized in a bibliography format, and then you're going to want to have each one of those annotated. I always tell my students, when you're doing an annotated bibliography, you really want to follow 3 basic steps. You want to cite the source, you want to summarize the source, and then you want to analyze or evaluate that source. And of course, all the material, all the examples is available to you on our course schedule. But keep those 3 steps in mind: cite, summarize, analyze, evaluate. I'm always here to help if you want to run essay topics by me. In fact, we have a discussion board coming up where you're going to have to kind of propose your topic and some sources that you've been looking into. And then towards the end of the week, I'm going to have conferences that you can sign up for and have a meeting with me. But like I said, I'm always here to help. I do want to see you succeed in this unit. This lays the foundation for being successful in your evaluation argument. And so the Unit 2 and Unit 3, they work together. So let's start researching outside sources. Let's start developing a list of sources that we can then use to turn into an argument. Spend time in those sources reading and annotating them so that by the time we get to the evaluation argument, you feel really prepared to stake out your claim. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great afternoon. I will be around, so if you need anything, just shoot me an email. All right, guys, we'll talk soon. Have a good day.